Hello everybody and welcome to Poland Daily Travel. We're in Nieborow on our way west. For the first time on Poland Daily Travel, we are headed west. Lots of great destinations in store. But right now we're on the trail of Napoleon. Behind me, the palace at Nieborow. That's right, this is where Napoleon's great love, where he met her during his time in Poland, which in fact was a good time for Poland, as we know from history. At any rate, his great love lived in this house behind me, in the palace at Nieborow. And well, we just thought as we were passing, we'd stop off and let you have a look at it. There it is. In the next rest of this installment, I'll be talking more about Napoleon from the square in the middle of the town of Lowicz, which is not far away. At any rate, that's the palace. And more of the story after this break. Hello everybody, I'm Will Richardson and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. In the next few episodes, we are heading west for the first time on Poland Daily Travel. Lowicz, where Napoleon stayed. Kutno, where they have the Little League baseball center for Europe. Mężczyzna with its ancient castle. Yes, it's another Poland daily road trip, and we'll be ending up in Gniezno. Gniezno, of course, is the first Polish capital where the first 5 kings of Poland were crowned. That's the Piast dynasty. We'll tell you the story of the founding of Poland. That's the legendary story in Gniezno, and we'll look at the Roundhouse Train Museum, and very, very interesting little museum of technologically. That's of obsolete technology from days gone by. So stay tuned for more of Poland Daily Travel. This is Poland's most comprehensive travel program. We show you stuff that no one else will show you in our own, well, let's say, Poland Daily way. Hey, I'm Will Richardson. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, so here we are in the center of bustling Lowicz. It's an old market town. It was once, even briefly, the most important town in Poland during the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and it was also the seat of the bishops of Poland. So it was a very important town hundreds of years ago. Now it's just a crossroads, a market town on your way west out of Warsaw. It's about 80 kilometers from Warsaw, and it's a nice little town on a pleasant end of summer day. Now, to continue with our story, though, okay, we were at Nieborow, and I gave you a quick sneak peek because we didn't have permission to go in. We'll go back on in a further series of programs, and we will take in the whole palace because it deserves not just a little attention, but a huge amount. Nieborow is perhaps the most beautiful palace on the interior in all of Poland. At any rate, so Maria Walewska, she was Napoleon's lover. And in fact, I don't know that they really actually crossed paths in Nieborow, but she was from there. And she was married to a man much, much older than her called Walewski. This lady's letting me cross, so that she's very, very nice. He was much, much older than she was. When Napoleon came to Poland, he was offering the promise of freedom once again to a nation which had been under Russian oppression and had been partitioned between Russia and Prussia and the Austro-Hungarian Empire, such as it was called. Now, what happened was the leading Polish aristocrats of the day were behind getting Napoleon to look favorably on Poland in order to create at least the rump of a Polish state, the beginnings of a new Polish state. So they looked on him, Napoleon is still looked upon, and France in general is a great savior of Poland in the early 19th century. So In effect, you ended up with a small period of freedom under Napoleon up until 1812 when he had to retreat from Moscow. But back to a story with Maria Walewska. So Maria Walewska was persuaded that she must become Napoleon's mistress. It was against her nature in the beginning. But in the end, she did succumb. She said, she was quite open about it. She said, I am doing this for Poland because Poland needs to be free. And if I can persuade Napoleon, the most powerful man in the world at that time, to look favorably on Poland, then I will do what is necessary. Talk about realpolitik. Makes Bismarck pale by comparison. At any rate, Maria Walewska and Napoleon eventually did hit it off, and it was quite a famous relationship. And it did Poland well up until the time, as I said before, that was 1812, when when Napoleon was defeated at Moscow. The Russians burned Moscow. Napoleon had nowhere to winter, and his troops fled back, retreating. His 400,000 man army reduced to just a bare minimum of the troops who'd gone over there with him. So thus ended Napoleon's influence and Maria Walewska's relationship with saving Poland, or sacrificing herself to ostensibly save Poland. At any rate, look, Napoleon stayed in this building. We've seen it again. We were in Puławy, I think, and we saw that Napoleon had stayed there. He's also stayed here. And this says he stayed here on the 18th of December in 1806. 18th of December in 1806, Napoleon stayed here in this building. The great Tsar of the French. There you go. Okay. See you on the next installment of Poland Daily Travel. Thanks for watching. Yeah. No, I can't talk now. I'm in Lowicz. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm just walking around the Nowy Rynek. It means new square. That's right. Yeah. Okay. I'll call you back. Yeah, I got to finish this. Okay. Hey, folks, we're back. Look, here we are in the new Rynek of Lowicz. Now, look, I don't think it's probably that new, and a lot of it has been redone. At any rate, this is a nice place to stop off. We're going to continue around. We're going to go to Kutno next. We are going to talk about baseball. And I'm going to tell you about a famous Polish baseball player who's one of the greatest baseball players of all time. You may guess who it is. I'll tell you. He played for St. Louis, the Cardinals. And then we will go from Kutno to Konin, and we're continuing west. This is the old road that used to go between Warsaw and Poznan. The old motorway used to start, in fact, at Konin. And it was a very slow ride, people say, from Warsaw to Konin. That's Konin, not Conan the Barbarian. At any rate, Konin, the city in Poland. And then we will end at our destination, which is Gniezno, which is one of the oldest cities in Poland, and some people say the heart of the original Polish Slavic nation. Okay, anyway. So this is Lowicz, and thank you for watching. I think our next stop will be an iron bridge. I believe so. Stay tuned for that. Amazing. The oldest welded bridge in the world. I know, it's exciting. I lost sleep last night just thinking about it. Okay, time to go.